Hello. There is nothing too hard about JAMB. The only thing is maybe you didn't know what to do or you've not done it well. This morning, I'm going to share with you some of the strategies, some of the things I did that helped me to pass JAMB very well. I tell you, it is possible to score 300 and above marks. I have tutored some students in the last JAMB and I have a lot who got that. Let's dive right into it. So you need to study smarter to remember more so that you can score high. And this is the entire goal of what I'm about to do now. Now, before you study, you need to fuel your brain. I am a biochemist by the grace of God, and I know that your brain depends on glucose to power itself. So, anytime you need to read, you need to have food in your belly. If you don't have that, your brain will be dull. So you need to eat something so that you would have a lot of energy, a lot of food that your brain will consume. Many students have reported to me in the university then that it is during exams that they eat more too. Like their eating will just skyrocket. That's why nobody will finish semester with food. So even if you have a lot of food, once you start exams, you will be eating like say tomorrow no day. So the reason is because your brain actually uses a lot of food, a lot of food. So that's why you need to eat. So before you study, you need to eat. Eat a light meal. Well, let me say everyone is different. If I eat eba, for example, and I want to sleep, I want to read, it will not work. Oh, it won't work. My body will be very weak and I will not be able to read again. So don't go and eat heavy food. But if that works for you, it's fine. Avoid sugary foods, sugary drinks, snacks, please, I urge you. If you want to study, avoid them. The reason is because sugary foods gives you a quick energy, but you will not last long. You will crash. And once you crash, it makes it harder for you to concentrate. So as much as possible, avoid junk foods. There are foods that gives long-lasting energy. Foods like yogurt, foods like whole grains, eggs, protein. Protein. It gives a lot of energy for a long period of time. So consider such kind of foods anytime you want to study. Please, I urge you, take this serious because you may say, hey, I want to study and go there and be with the book without studying. It has happened to me several times simply because I made a mistake in what I ate before studying. I hope this is noted. So eat, feed your brain before you study. The second thing is kill distraction. The truth is that your phone is your enemy. Let me put it this way. You know why? Because phone, as good and fun it is, I'm telling you, is the biggest distraction you may have out there. So if you don't know how to plan, how to use it, it will really distract you a lot. So what you will do is when you set a specific time for study, it's a no phone time. Turn it off, put it on flight mode, and close everything about phone or laptop that will distract you. Sorry about that. Anything that will distract you, please, I urge you. If you have a laptop, close all the tabs that could distract. If you must use your phone, please put it on do not disturb. Put it in any mode possible to avoid distractions. A message may just pop up, just like some of you have noticed, and you say, oh, let me see, what's this? Before you know it, you'll be scrolling on social media for hours. So the first strategy, eat. The second one, kill distractions. The third one is clear your space. Clutter is equal to confusion. Yes. Once your place is not conducive, is filled up with materials here and there, you can't concentrate. You will not understand, but that's just it. You can try it. your table is filled up, a cup there, a wire there, charger there, you will not be able to concentrate. So the first thing I do, in fact, before I study, I prepare the place I want to study. I'll go put the chair in its position, put the table on its position. If I need to online, that's the first thing. So you need to plan to study. Don't just say, hey, let me study. No. Even the place that you want to study, it needs to be put in place for your body to feel comfortable studying or learning in that kind of environment. So if you have a specific place for studying, please, as much as possible, make sure it is cleaned. Make sure that you remove everything unnecessary. This is the first thing you should do. Remove everything that is not needed for the study. Only the essentials, maybe your calculator, your pen, your jotter, your paper, and so on and so forth. So don't allow your environment to be messy, because your mind will be messy. Studies shows that if you have your place organized, students who study in an organized place, they improve their concentration and they don't have much stress. So before you start, clear everything that you need to clear. Build smart timetable. I hope you are following me with all these points. The first point is eat. Second one, kill distraction. Third one, prepare your place, clear clutter, clear these items and anything that is unnecessary. So fourth one now is build smart timetable. This is really, really very important. Please listen to what I'm going to say here. Now, I've observed over time with regret that students prepare timetable. I've asked many to prepare personal study timetable and they did quite alright. Even the last time, those that wrote JAMB, the last time, I encouraged so many to do and they did. But guess what? They couldn't work with it. That's the major thing. Why was it so? The reason was because some will put 5 subjects in one day. Then they will read 5 subjects. So their goals were not realistic. They were not achievable. They cannot achieve because it's too much. It's unrealistic. So you have to plan to win. You have to plan to win, because this JAMB that is coming, don't think that it's going to be too any little compared to last year. Yes, those that wrote last year, they complain it was tough. But my students that I worked with, they were happy because a lot of them got what they really wanted. 300 plus, 200 and above, and so on. Only a few got less than 200. So I'm so happy with that. So your timetable must be realistic. Please set timetable. If you don't set timetable, it's as good as you are not ready, because this study requires preparation. It requires planning. So 2 to 3 subjects per day is okay. Set hard subjects first. I'm going to still talk about this a little, so that it will be very clear for you. 1 hour per subject. Don't study for too long if you are not used to it. You feel, you feel bored. You feel bored. So for Saturdays, there is weekends that you are not going to school, you are not going to maybe anywhere, make it 2 sessions. Then on Sunday, you can rest. Okay, good. Now, I decided to make this smart timetable very, very explanatory so that you would know what exactly you are expected to do. So a study timetable helps to keep you disciplined and ensure that you cover all the subjects before your JAMB exams. That's the role of the timetable. It helps to keep you disciplined and to make sure that everything necessary, you have covered it before the exams, making you more well prepared than your peers. So without a plan, it is easy to procrastinate and say, I will do it later. But if you say by 8 p.m. or immediately after I take my dinner, I will study. Now you are talking. So if you have a plan, you will be focused. But if you don't have plan, you can procrastinate. And before you know it, exams is tomorrow and you have not covered. So that's not my prayer for you. I want you to study very well and get it. So how to make one smart timetable? List all the topics you are taking. Go to JAMB syllabus. If you don't have it, if you want to have it, you can let me know in the comment section. I will provide it for you. Please and please don't put subjects in your timetable. We have passed that level. Putting subjects is still not, you are not still specific enough. And once you are not specific, it is still, you may bring mathematics or chemistry and put it on your table and you'll be wondering, which one should I study? Which topic should I study? No. Get JAMB syllabus, check all the topics, remove those that are tough, that are harder, and keep them separate. Those should appear on your timetable first. So what this means is that your timetable will be changing every week because the topics you have covered this week are not the topics you are going to cover next week. Except if there is any topic that you didn't master well and you need to go through it again. So your timetable should be based on topics. Of course, it's based on subjects. But then, what should be on your timetable is topics. Let me give you an example. Let's say Monday you choose biology, Tuesday physics. So since you are going to study biology on Monday, what are you going to study? Circulatory system, genetics and variation. So you have to be specific. Monday, biology, genetics and variation. Tuesday, physics, force. Wednesday, chemistry, naming organic compounds, and so on and so forth. That's how your timetable should be. So with that, you are so specific and it will be very easier for you to follow without stress. So create a simple timetable, divide the topics into study sessions. I've already explained this. So now that I've explained this, let me now explain to you some powerful study methods that have helped me a lot that would also help you. Now this is the fifth item. I hope you haven't forgotten the four we've covered. So these study methods are very, very powerful. So many students are brilliant out there, and that's what pains me. They are good, though. Not that they are not good, but they are not smart. They understand, oh, their brain is good, but they don't know how to get it in. It's one thing to upload, it's another thing to download. Yes, of course. But then it pains me a lot because they are good, but so let's look at these techniques, very, very powerful ones, and you can apply anyone that works for you. You can even apply two. So I want to give you an assignment now. You try everyone one after the other. Identify the one that works for you best and apply it. Let's start looking at them one after the other. So the blotting method is very simple to apply and it helps you to get it very fast. So what you will do in blotting method is you write the questions based on what you read in a separate notebook. Let's say you have physics textbook, you have chemistry textbook, and you are studying organic compounds. So you write the questions based on what you have read in a separate notebook. So after reading, set questions for yourself. Actually, this helped me a lot to graduate as a first class student in the university. This is exactly what I did. I will set questions. In fact, I could still remember some of my friends that would come to me and say, Emmanuel, please give us questions. Because I've given them questions a lot on several occasions, and at least they would see a lot of those questions also appear in exams. So if you are a smart student, you will even know where they will ask you questions. That's just the truth. No two way about it. Go and ask every smart student out there. They will tell you. They can predict the questions that their lecturers will set with 80% precision. I tell you this. So after reading, you set questions for yourself. So after you've now studied, you have set questions for yourself. Now try to answer those questions without looking at your notes. You have your questions, you have read through your notes. Now you are now going to answer these questions without looking at your notes. Now after that, check your notes. After you've answered the question, check your notes for mistakes that you have made. Go back to your textbook, go back to this material you've studied and check what mistakes did you make. Correct that mistake. So repeat this process again and again until you get all the questions correctly. And this is the very good pattern of answering past questions that many students have not yet known. Many are out there, jump pass question, jump pass. They don't even know how to study the jump pass question to get high marks. And I tell you, JAMB don't repeat questions. If you agree with me, I have made several videos on this channel where I've shown how JAMB questions repeats over the years. I brought questions from 2010, 2011, 2012. Only the English, the structure changes. Method 2, SQ3R method. This SQ3R method is also a smart method, and the SQ3R means you survey questions, read, recite, and review. S is for survey, Q is for question. The 3 R's is for read, recite, and review. Now let's look at it quickly. You scan through the notes to find possible questions following the earlier method of blotting. Second one, create questions from what you surveyed. Third, read the notes properly and look for answers to your questions. 3, recite the answers out loudly to help you remember. And reviewing means you should answer the questions again, later. Now the difference here is that you recite them, you say them out loudly. Let me tell you this miracle. There are times that I'll be in exam questions, and the way I would remember, I would practically hear how the lecturer was explaining it in class, and I would write. So some of you, when studying, you will be quiet, you'll be muted, and you are reading in your mind. I tell you, someone that is reading out loudly will get it faster than you. When your ears hear, your eyes see, and your mind interact with it, it's not the same thing as when only your eyes see and your mind is interacting with it. Ears have a lot to do in learning. What you hear is likely to stick in your memory too. So that's the role of reciting. Other things are similar with the blotting technique, but this time around you will read the answers out loudly. As you are reading them, they are getting into your memory. Then the last one is review. You answer the questions again later. The same questions. This is what we call active recall. You try to go and play, go and do other things, then you come back and sit again on the same questions. Active recall. If you can do this, I tell you, so many of you don't just know smart ways to study. Once you know these smart ways and can apply them, I tell you, JAMB is nothing there. Then the use of flashcards. This is also a smart way. I've used this, but not much, but it also works well. If it works for you, go ahead and apply it. So you cut small rectangular pieces of cardboard papers, you write practice question in the front, and you write answer at the back. That's just it. Practice question at the front, the question at the front, answer at the back. So you try answering without looking, then you check the answer. Remember, you are the one that will write this question, and you are the one that will write the answer back at the back. So now, after you have done that, now keep or turn the paper to the question side and try answering without looking back, without turning to the answer part. Now, after you've answered, check the answer if you get it. If you get stuck, for example, maybe you try to answer but you couldn't, check the answer. Repeat until you can remember everything. So flashcards are great for subjects with a lot of memorization, like biology, like formulas. In chemistry, structures, they are very, very helpful. We are almost done. This is the 4th one. We have one more after this. So we have the dawdling method. This technique is fun and helps you learn quickly. So you get a second notebook beside your main notes. So beside your main note, this time around now you are going to have 2 notebooks. One is your main notebook where you jot a few things. Another one is just the notebook out there that you can use for something that I'm going to tell you. So you read your notes like a novel. While reading, You now make a random doodles in your second book using your less dominant hand. Some of you are left-handed, some are right. So if you use left hand to write, use your right hand to make doodles in that extra notebook. If you write with the right hand, use your left hand to make doodles. I'm telling you, it may look funny, but this method helps a lot to stick in your memory fast. Try this method and see if it works for you. Oh, we have come to the end. I wish you all the best in your JAMB, and I hope to celebrate with you. If you have learned something, give this video a thumbs up, please. I know some people have not watched to this point. Those are lazy students. Yeah, if you cannot give your time to something good, something important that will help you, it will be very difficult for you to go far. So if you have watched to this point, I want to specially appreciate you, and I want to tell you that I am a JAMB coach. I have coached a lot of students who have 300 plus. I wish I could share the results here, but I've shared in several of my videos in the past the statistics of their results. And if you wish to be part of my students in this next JAMB, please indicate in the comment section, and I will reach out to you and get you join my WhatsApp class. Then we continue together. If you have any question or anything is not clear from what I shared, feel free to ask. I would also respond. Then before you go, subscribe to my channel. I want to reach a lot of students this time around. Last year the goal was 250 for 200 marks, but I couldn't hit that point. This year I'm out again to see, and the only way you can help me is to like and to subscribe. You can also share with other students. These techniques applies not only to JAMB but to university, so the more you get it now, the better for you. Thank you once again for sticking. Did you like? Please like, don't forget, like. Okay, I would like to specially appreciate you for sticking to this point. If you have really watched it to the end, I want to know. So just go down to the comment section and write, I have watched to the end. Then I will reply you. Okay, expecting you.